Follower quests. From hunting with your comrades to getting assaulted by Luchika, they were a good addition to the series. And while I enjoy having these follower quests to do in my spare time, I do think that they could be just a little bit better. Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, an amazing entry in the franchise, and one that took a rather interesting approach to something that we as Monster Hunter players all covet, event quests. And I made for you, there were events called episodic quests. These were a series of 3 sequential quests, and there were a total of 6 different chains to complete for a total of 18 quests. To initiate one of these, you would have to go to the feline in your house and accept one of these episodic events. Once accepted, an NPC would appear in the Elder Hall that you need to talk with to truly begin your quest. But why bring these up in relation to follower quests, you might ask? Well, it is because they told a small little story as you completed them, which made them a lot more interactive and fun to complete, as opposed to your normal event quest. Especially considering there were special text, special interactions, and even quest objectives within them. And this is something that I think follower quests could be greatly benefited by having. Each follower quest chain follows the same pattern of doing 3 quests and then having a final one that you do with another follower too. While this isn't bad by any means, it doesn't bring itself any distinctiveness considering they are functionally equivalent to support surveys. What it does do though, is leave a foundation that can be improved upon. Now just remember that this is my opinion, but one of the best parts about the story of Sunbreak was that the characters felt genuine. They showed some true emotions and personality in cutscenes and through text.
I'm so glad you're okay.
Follower quests dug a bit further into this by revealing a little bit more into each character's personalities. However, they felt rather one-dimensional. For example, Minoto is dead set on being the strongest she can to protect Hanoa.
Let's do it for Hanoa.
Let's do it for Hanoa. Let's do it for Hanoa.
Or Luchika being a complete loose cannon during the hunt because she gets really into it. And then there's Arlo.
Yeah.
Anyways, you can obviously get a sense of personality being portrayed from these characters through the interactions you have with them during these follower quests, but I don't think it truly does the characters any justice in solidifying their uniqueness and amplifying our experience. See, characters in video games help enhance the consumer experience while playing, and original characters with unique personalities, appearances, or even material objects that stand out from the rest can greatly influence the consumer's perception and enjoyment of the video game that they are playing through that character. It's fun fact time! When but mere children, Frost and I got a Nintendo Wii for Christmas, and one of the first games that we ever played was Super Smash Bros. Brawl. And for whatever reason, the character I immediately gravitated towards was Kirby, the small pink little ball of bliss. I never played or even heard about a Kirby game, but I was always fascinated by the idea of transforming in order to gain various powers or abilities.
Wow! Incredible!
Now, I have played numerous Kirby games, such as Superstar Ultra, Return to Dreamland, and Forgotten Lands, to name my favorites. And all of this was just because I had the slightest amount of affinity with Kirby and Smash Bros. Brawl that sparked into an everlasting fondness for the Kirby series as a whole. Sorry for the tangent there, but I think it really helps to get my point across that characters can play a crucial role in your experience of a game and can further influence your preferences and decisions in the gaming world through your natural tendencies. So even the slightest amount of likeliness towards a character or the things that they do can make a massive difference. But Monster Hunter is an interesting case. Rather than putting emphasis towards a character or characters, Monster Hunter puts the emphasis on the monsters. And obviously so, I mean, come on, it's the centerpiece of the game. But this is why I think follower quests are the perfect opportunity to deviate from the standard. So I guess this is finally where I actually explain my idea, and remember that this is all hypothetical. So, given how episodic quests told a little story while having some rather unique objectives, and how follower quests delve deeper into the personalities of each character, fusing these two together to make a short, personalized story revolving around the characters could result in a very refreshing experience, and this is a change that I would love to see if follower quests are continued with later installments in the series. However, to give you an idea as to what this would look like right now, I will use Sunbreak as my example. So imagine this. We were told that in the story of Sunbreak, Gallius used to live in the Citadel before it was destroyed. And now that Geismagorm has been defeated, Gallius feels a sense of relief and thinks that it is about time that we learn about his and the Citadel's past. We are given our first follower quest by Gallius, where we simply have the objective of walking to certain parts of the Citadel with him, where he would then describe the days when he used to live there and what it used to be like before the day was destroyed. While it may not incorporate any direct fighting, it creates a sense of world building as well as character development that gives the player greater insight to the literal map that we're fighting so many monsters on, as well as revealing greater depth into Gallius as a character. I think this could be a really fun and intuitive way to make follower quests a bit more unique and provide the player with a different experience as opposed to a normal hunt or support survey. And not every follower quest would have to follow this same format. Let's take Hanoa for example. We all know she loves Dango. So how about her follower quests relate to her wanting to make her own special Dango recipe that she needs our help in collecting the right ingredients. The first thing she would need is a special plant from the flooded forest, the giant Lafresia. While we carry this thing back to camp, Hanoa will be there to help protect us against any monster that wants to get in our way. After getting the Lafresia, Hanoa will let us know that the next step is that she needs some Galm thick juice from Garangalm, as it helps promote plant growth. So our objective would be to break both Garangalm's head and its arms to obtain said thick juice that will be used in growing the Lafresia further. Finally, Hanoa reveals the last ingredient she will need is a Gauss Harag Bio Plus to help neutralize the Lafresia once it's matured, which will allow it for consumption. And once these three quests are complete, Hanoa is finally ready for Yomogi to try and make her own Dango with the neutralized Lafresia, and unlocking us a completely new Dango to use, as well as Hanoa offering her support to us. I could ramble on and on about these ideas that I have, but I think I mostly said all I really need. Make follower quests, have a unique story or quest objectives tied to each character that combines various aspects into one cohesive chain to give the player a fresh and unique experience that will hopefully build greater interest and affection into the whole world of Monster Hunter, and more importantly, the characters residing within. Now, I say all this because I think it's a good idea, but you might not think the same. Currently, follower quests to me don't feel too distinguished from support surveys and really only feel like they function as a system of progression. So making them more unique would give the player something special to look forward to. However, this is just my opinion, and maybe you don't share the same sentiment and like follower quests just the way they are. So if you're feeling up to it, please let me know. So, yeah, I guess that's all I gotta say for now. Hope you liked the video. Toodles!